Northampton Volleyball has never been a super successful team. From 2002 to 2014, they only had 3 winning seasons. In 2014, they won second place in the league playoff and third place in the district tournament. After 2014, the program struggled until 2018, when Sue Arndt became the coach. Sue's passion and dedication can hardly be matched.
Okay, we need...
So can you tell me a little about your coaching experience?
Yes, I am a head coach for 25 years. I started out as a JV coach at NAHS High School and then went on to head coach after 3 years of being JV coach. So I've been coaching for 28 years. Club first for girls at Cross Court, and then 4 years ago I moved over to coach boys and started coaching at Velocity and came on board last year at Northampton for my first head coach job for boys.
Coach Sue has a great tryout format, which lasts 3 days. She and her assistant coaches, Travis Hartzell, Helene Quintessence, and her husband, Rich Arndt, all help with.
That was me. I talked a little too soon.
There you go, Cody. That's what I'm looking for, that shoulder.
So basically, you're running the volleyball skills of an aspect ratio of 3 to 1. So volleyball versus physical skills. This is based out of 300. This is based out of 100. So it's a total of 400. So passing is like 60% of what it is. So that's 180 points out of the 400 because that's more than 50% of the game. So that's basically how this is running down the system.
Lefty. As you can hear and see, Coach Sue is always looking to encourage and teach her players, whether it's on the court, during practice, during a game, or even off the court.
You don't, even if you read wrong and your feet aren't there, all you have to do is jut your shoulders. I just gained another 3-4 inches, which pushes it up. So if we say get under the ball so that it drives it up there. Does everybody understand that? Yes or no? Okay. All right, so we're going to do a quick, go get a drink.
Break it down. Make it a good one on recording.
3, 1, 2, 3, kick!
Thank you. Coach Sue also surrounds herself with great coaches. JV coach Helene Quintessence has 2 decades of experience and is always looking to educate players as well.
Afraid to pass the ball like all the way to target. So it's getting to target, but it's really low. Okay, just because it's a slower ball, like a free ball, you still want to pass high enough to get your setter to target, and so that they can run. Because you want to run a quicker offense off a free ball, but that quicker offense doesn't come from a line drive pass. Okay, your quicker offense comes from your setter and your hitter. Okay, so you're still passing. Your passing should be the same height every single time that you're passing the target. Okay, so the balls are getting to target area, they're just too low. So still, make sure you get them up and above your setter.
What are your expectations for the boys this season?
This season, I would say my expectations for this season are growth. To find themselves, to find an identity, and to create a culture. Because, you know, with just taking over the program last year, we haven't been able to create that culture yet, and we're hoping this year that culture takes over and they find their identity inside and outside of volleyball.
The hard work begins.
Five more.
Culture. Like if you could sum it up in 2 to 3 sentences.
I would say the culture would be hardworking, never give up, and compete. and that's the culture.
The Concrete Kids defeated Pocono Mountain West to start off the year. They then met the Parkland Trojans, shown here. The kids lost to the powerhouse Trojans. This loss sent the kids spinning as they lost the next match they played. Then bouncing back, they won the next 3 games, but dropping the 4th to the top team in the league, Whitehall High School.
Did you finish your?
I got my proposal back though. I got a 97 on it.
Oh yeah, great dunk.
Doing nice stuff there.
Hey, you guys are fine. Let's go. Heads up. Head up. Push, push.
Dwayne's in the right spot. He's just really small.
The boys went back to work and defeated their next 2 opponents, Pocono Mountain East and William Allen, showing they are always ready to compete against any teams.
Has the culture that you wanted to create, has that poked its head a little bit? Has it a lot? Like, how do you feel about that?
I think because of the young kids on the team that we have this year, young meaning freshmen on the varsity team, it was easier for the buy-in, especially with the leadership of Louis Roman. He came in with a whole different attitude and ready to work, and he just led the pack there. Still not there 100%, but you can't, you can try for perfection, but you can never achieve it. So I know that there's still room for that, but I see so many shining moments of brilliancy where they just pull together and they work. And that was the thing from the beginning to now, is outwork the other team, outcompete, and just give it everything you got.
Next, the kids played Emmaus High School, a match that they played in the honor of their middle school coach and women's head coach, Jess Finlayson.
We're doing this to support her in her fight to kick cancer's butt goodbye. And with that, we have a lot of fundraisers out there. There's basket raffles, and we have a 50-50 coming around. So I want to make sure that you get involved in that. All the proceeds will benefit Jess, and will go to Jess. So the head coach had something to say. This evening, we're honoring our boys' middle school volleyball coach, who also serves as the girls' varsity head coach, Jess Finlayson. Tonight, we stand together in support of Jess's fight to kick cancer's butt goodbye. All proceeds from this event will go directly to Jess to support her on this journey. Our family has personally known her since she first started playing volleyball as a young girl. We've been blessed to have our paths cross once again here in Northampton in this amazing sport. She has that same feisty passion for this sport and for life we saw in her as a young athlete. Jess has overwhelmed us with her strength and perseverance through the entire journey. I would now like to introduce Jess's mother, Jean Dawson.
Didn't want to be in it, but everybody left. I was like, I don't want to go. I figured if it was all in there, it wouldn't be.
My daughter, Jessica Mason, is an 8th grade math teacher at Northampton Middle School and head coach of Northampton High School women's varsity team. Jess also coaches the middle school boys volleyball team and was a Club Lehigh boys coach last year. Jess graduated from NAHS High School in 2010 and was on the women's volleyball team and went on to play at Leavenworth Valley College for 4 years. She currently plays in many adult volleyball leagues in the area and is the older sister of my other daughter, Becca Dahlstead, who is a senior and was the women's libero in NAHS and is currently a manager for the boys varsity team. Susan Holland reached out to me on behalf of the Northampton boys team and asked that I share Jess's story with you. Jess had a seizure in June 2018, and after having an MRI, they discovered a large tumor in her left frontal portion of her brain. She had craniotomy surgery in July to remove the tumor. The biopsy results stated that the tumor is brain cancer categorized as a grade 3 anaplastic astrocytoma. In August, just 4 weeks later, she had to have another craniotomy at Children's Hospital in Philadelphia to remove the remainder of the tumor. Jess had radiation and chemo for 6.5 weeks in October and November and is now in her 5th month of chemotherapy treatments. Jess never slows down. She was teaching and coaching in August, just a week after her surgery and during her treatments. She also played volleyball, skied, and continues to amaze all of us with her positive attitude, her energy, and strength. On behalf of Jess and her entire family, we are very thankful for the huge amount of support Jess has gotten from so many of her past and present players, her students, co-workers, and friends. We are honored and want to say thank you to Sue Arndt and the Northampton team and others that have organized this night. To those of you in attendance, to those who bought raffle tickets or wear Team Jess bracelets, and to those that have supported Jess in some way, even if it's just praying for her recovery, we all thank you.
I think we can do better than that. Let's give her a big hand. We are supporting her all day. Now, I would ask you all to please kindly rise. Gentlemen, please move your caps.
It would help with that.
Jackson 3.
Way to get in there and get out.
No. You gotta kill.
Come on, let's go.
Let him be happy for now.
5 minutes.
Work for it.
That was probably gonna go back judging.
Yes.
Jackson 3. Dylan.
Swing, Dylan. That's it, Jackson. Good spot.
The kids dropped a 4-set match to NAHS in a very hard-fought game. They also dropped the next match to Freedom, which in a way is a rival school. Currently, they sit at 6-5 in the middle of the season.
What are your goals for
The
this
goals for the season are this ladder. We play 18 matches, and our first goal, I should say, is to get the 9 to get the districts.
So you need to win half your games
Half
to
the
make
games
districts.
to make districts. But I feel that we should win more than half of our games. We have 7, as of right now, we have 7 games left. I told the team and I told my captains, I don't expect losing another match. And they've competed hard. Middle of the season, you look back and we are the only team, and having 3 freshmen on the court, we're the only team that has taken Whitehall to 4 games, 4 sets. And we're and have taken every single team that has eventually beat us in 4. At least we beat them 1 game to show that we can. So now, this second half of the season, the goal is not only to get to districts, but to keep that consistency, because we kind of go on a roller coaster ride, and we're dipping. When our dips come, they come very hard and very fast.
And do you think those dips are because of the age
Yes.
of the younger guys?
Yes, I think that it's harder to get younger athletes to respond out of mistakes. And I've never been an outcome focused coach. I've been hard work focused coach. And if they hard work, the outcome will always come. And it's just when they do go at it and they hit a ball out of bounds or they shank a ball, I need them to respond out of it very quick. And I mean, that's one of the goals that we set up this week, was to reset and respond, and way quicker than we have been. And they've bought into it already. Within 2 days, they have learned to reset and respond, and I'm hearing the chatter. They talk to each other, reset, respond, let's go. Is that what you were looking for?
The Concrete Kids have 7 games left, and they need at least 3 of those to be a win to make districts.
You'll get that.
Hopefully they can put it together, have fun, and end the season on a high note.